To a game which is now underway. JS Kabail playing from right to left in yellow and green, and Young Africans of Tanzania in a brown strip from left to right. And the whistles instantly coming out for Young Africans' first touches on the ball. As you can imagine, a hostile environment is exactly what the fans here want to get across. And it looks a lovely surface. Zinedine Belaid, one of Kabail's central defensive duo. Alongside this man who's just come into the side today, Mohamed Madani. Touch for Jiggy Jarrah, who's been in very good form. 4 appearances in the tournament so far, 4 clean sheets for Yanga's goalkeeper. He missed the one game in which the Tanzanians had conceded. Then round 1 of the competition, they were comfortable 5-0 winners against Angola's Wiliete. And in the second round, it was a bit closer against Malawians Silva striker, winning 2-1 on aggregate. 1-0 away, but doing the job at home. A couple of goals to nil. And of course, the victory against AS FAR, Royal Armed Forces. Giving Yanga a really good start to what looks a difficult group, because it's not just these two, of course. There is the small matter of the record, 12-time African champions at Al Ali. And there are also former winners of African's elite club competition in the shape of AS FAR. Kabail, one of the tougher seeds from Pot 4, the weakest one. And AS FAR, well, quarter-finalists last season, and Yanga, well, they were quarter-finalists the season before, and that is, well, they are hoping to at least emulate and, of course, possibly go a step further. As for Kabail, well, they were also very comfortable winners in the opening round of this competition, beating Ghana's Bibiani Gold Stars 7-0 on aggregate. They then met fellow North African opposition in round 2, taking on US Monastir of Tunisia. 5-1 it was there. So they've got 13 goals from their 5 games so far. How will they fare today? And they just conceding the throw-in. Mohamed Hussein. Such an experienced figure in Tanzania football, will take. Down the line it goes. Nicely forward, an alert play as well. Jarrah comfortably gathering. The whistle's coming out. There's Younger build. Nice little first touch in for a bit of space. Important challenge coming in, but not clean in the eyes of the official. I think it was Lalu Akhrib for Kabail. It was indeed. You can see he took the ball. Just a little touch from Maxi Nzengeli. And then in came Akhrib. It all looked pretty fair, but the decision has gone the way of the opponents, to the dismay of those at home. Mohamed Idir Hadid, the young goalkeeper for Kabail, just trying to sort out his wall. There he is, had the misfortune of scoring an own goal last weekend, did Hadid, right in the closing minutes. In a fairly extraordinary game in that Al Ali also scored an own goal, their goalkeeper too, Mohamed El Shanawi. It's not every game where you see a goalkeeper score an own goal, and it's even fewer where both do so. So, it looks like Celestin Ekwa, number 11, could be the man most interested in this straight-out goal. And Hadid gets his body behind it, pushes it away. And not too convincing a save, but did exactly what he had to do. Shot on the target, at least in the opening 10 minutes of the game from Ekwa's free kick. Israel Isra Mwenda. It's a good, lively start. Zimbabwe, the Kabail coach, saying just before kickoff, we're prepared, we're at home, we've got fantastic supporters. We're facing a good opponent. As we see, they're just shoveling that effort from Ekwa away. It's a good game for us, we have to win. As for Pedro Gonçalves, well, he singled in out the atmosphere. We expect a great atmosphere and hopefully a great advert for African football. Also very complimentary about the opponents today. He's saying that he wants to put his ideas on the pitch, and it'll be really interesting to see how he gets on. A man who left the Angola role 2 months ago after such a long and lengthy spell for the Portuguese in charge of the Palancas Negras. Thought that so close to the Africa Cup of Nations, which obviously gets underway within the month, Angola may have held on to him, but no, he paid the price for a poor African Nations Championship, did Gonçalves, and for Angola's failure to do better in World Cup qualifying. He did, of course, though, during his reign, have a very successful time. Back-to-back CASAFA trophies. Tournament for teams in southern Africa. This is nice football from Kabail. And he also, Pedro Gonçalves, got Angola further in the Africa Cup of Nations than ever before. To the middle it goes. Cut away as they reached the quarter-finals. They had got to the quarter-finals twice before, but never when the tournament was expanded, which meant that in the old days, 2008, 2010, when they got there, they just had to emerge in the top two of the group to get to the quarter-finals. But in Côte d'Ivoire or Ivory Coast last year, with the expansion of the tournament in recent years, Angola won their first ever knockout game, round of 16, to get into the quarter-finals. Offside flag goes up, but a nice idea, playing it out to the flanks. You can see what Zimbabwe and the coaching staff for Kabail think of that. Good technique on the volley. Let's have a look. Just a smidge offside, probably. 55 years of age, Zimbabwe. Appointed right at the start of the year in January. Julie took Kabail into the top two of the Algerian league and therefore into this competition. Madani into Mehdi Boujama. Babacar Sarr keeps it alive in the midfield. Boujama. Well, they're playing some nice football, Kabail. Just as I said, that little overhit, but just for a moment it looked as though it might be kept alive. That's the only shot on target in the opening exchanges of this second game in the group for both these sides. Oh, you can see that they love playing on this surface, Kabail, just knocking the ball around at ease, with pace and quickly. Ekwa at the other end, trying to give the hosts something to think about. Striker goal, volleyed wide. But that was a sighter. It just sat up very, very nicely. Ekwa with the driving run into the area. And then it fell for Mudatir Yaya. Mudatir just slashing at it, but nonetheless, a second sighter on the Kabail goal from the visitors. Will be encouraged by the start and getting in behind. It looks like it could be an open game, but we shall see. We're just barging into Hamidi, who's back in the side after being missed out last week with injury. Decent job, the Tanzanian skipper taking no chances whatsoever with that. Back to Jara. Hussein. Simba last season, Yanga's great rivals. Captained them for quite a while and then made the move. What it's like to lead out his side in a Confederation Cup final. Mohamed Hussein, a left back for Young Africans, having done